The stats have popped up, but the game hasn't started. And welcome to a delayed broadcast from our game from Geelong. It's the home Red Dust Healers against the visiting Perth Wheelcats. The Red Dust Healers in the red uniform. The Wheelcats in the black with the red trim. We're halfway through the third quarter. Just 2 points separating the two teams at the moment. 35-33. Sean Norris looks at that shot there for Perth. It's off. Rebound Phil Evans. He's fouled. Ball from the side for the Wheelcats. It's back into Sean Norris. Looks to use a screen. He's cut off. Takes another bounce. Excellent pass inside. He finds Tom McHugh, who ties the scores up at 35. Campbell Message with the ball for the Healers. Out to Tyndall. Back to Sabri Bedzetti, who's been a revelation, the Italian international, since joining the team last week. Norris with the ball now for Perth. Away from the screen, back to McHugh. He measures his shot up. It's off. Kane Downey with the rebound. Finds Bedzetti. He's looking for a transition opportunity. Wheels back away. Campbell Message back to Bedzetti. He's guarded by Norris in the post. Uses the screen from Morich. Launches, but that's short. Norris with the rebound for Perth. Pushing on transition. Draw some contact, but no call. Bedzetti off the other way. Norris almost miraculously back on transition deep. Bedzetti, a couple of fakes. Soft touch over the front of the rim. It's the Red Dust Healers by 2. Actually by 4 now. Fantastic pass inside. Foul is called. McHugh takes that contact and makes the basket. He'll go to the free throw line for the one bonus shot. It's the 4th team foul in this third quarter on the Healers. As McHugh leans on his routine and converts. This is the second of 3 encounters between these teams this weekend. They played earlier today. Perth comfortable winners by 18, 68-50 as that ball's deflected away. McHugh off to the races. Norris with the ball. Looking for McHugh. He's double teamed inside. Ball's poked away by Bedzetti. Draws some contact in the back court. Expertly. Phil Evans assessed with the foul there. Just the second team foul this quarter for Perth. Kane Downey gets us underway. Campbell Message with the ball now. The Red Dust Healers. Unguarded Message there, but his shot's a little long. Norris with the ball for Perth. He skips it across the key. That shot's off. Bedzetti the rebound. Perth frantically getting themselves back in transition defence. Bedzetti wheels around. Shot clock rolls down under 10. Nice little 1-2 back to Bezzetti. He measures that shot. Sort of caught between using the glass and going straight on. Shots off. Jake Kavanagh kicks it ahead to Norris for Perth. He stopped. Back to McHugh. With a little fake. Inside to Frank Pinder. He can't make the layup, but bobbles back to McHugh. Measures that. It sits on the front of the rim and just won't go down. Kane Downey the rebound. Bezzetti, some remarkable manoeuvrability in his chair. As we see Campbell Message take a spill there. Frank Pinder from the Perth team helps him to get up. As we see a timeout by the home team. Red Dust, they're clinging to that 1-point lead. Just a touch over 90 seconds remaining in the second quarter. This is round 5 of the National Wheelchair Basketball League. Coming to you from Geelong today. The Red Dust Healers Victorian-based team have been plying their trade all over the state, including games at Shepparton, and they find themselves in Geelong this weekend for the 3-game series. The third going to be played tomorrow afternoon. From a ladder point of view, after their win this morning, Perth advanced to 9 wins and 4 losses. Still sitting in second spot on the standings. For the Red Dust Healers, they're on 3 wins and 7 losses. And really, today's game and tomorrow's game really must wins for them with just 2 rounds remaining after this weekend. The top 4 teams from the 7-team league will make it to the finals in Shell Harbour in early August. So we're back underway at Geelong. Tyndall with the ball for the Red Dust. Trying to run something out of the timeout. That shot from Ryan Morridge is short. Goes harmlessly out of bounds. Perth Wheelcats in the black uniforms with the ball. And their Australian Rollers star, Sean Norris, kicks it to fellow roller Tom McHugh, who finds a cutting Jake Kavanagh, and that ball teasingly sits on the front of the rim but rolls out. Norris again now, kicks it across. Bezzetti in the perfect spot to intercept that pass. Draws a foul from Frank Pinder. Third team foul this quarter on the Perth team as we tick inside the last minute of the third quarter. Tyndall with the ball up top. He finds Downey. Downey back to Bezzetti. Uses a screen from Tyndall. Looks at the long 2. Does everything but go down. Evans to Norris. Norris looks at the transition 3. That sails out of bounds. And Red Dust can use all the time remaining should they so desire. 24 seconds, the allocated time for each team to shoot the ball, is all that's remaining in this quarter. Tyndall, Bezzetti open inside. Might have been blocked from behind. Ball flicks back to Norris. In dispute, but it bobbles back to Norris. Frank Pinder out of his chair there. The officials will just call a halt to play. Bezzetti zooms in and helps Pinder back up. As the Wheelcats decide that they'll call a timeout to look at some strategy for that last shot of the quarter. 3.3 seconds remaining. Undoubtedly, Coach Ben Ettridge will have some sort of play designed that they will come out of this timeout with as we look at the huddle of the home Red Dust Healers. Head coach Josh Allison just imparting some defensive strategy. Of course, the Healers can't afford to foul here. The next team foul will result in 2 shots for Perth, but just 3.3 seconds left. Perth to inbound, it's Norris. Norris to McHugh. No surprises there. McHugh's shot's a little long. That'll do it for the third quarter. Red Dust clinging to the narrowest of leads as the teams go to their respective benches prior to the fourth quarter. Right, we're back. All to play for here for the home Red Dust Healers. This game, round 5 of the National Wheelchair Basketball League, coming to you from Corio Leisure Time Sport in Geelong. It's the Red Dust Healers in the red uniforms with the yellow trim who have the ball and a 1-point lead heading into this fourth quarter against the second place Perth Wheelcats. That's Sean Norris and 10 there, kicking the ball ahead. Fantastic pass. Pinpoint finding Phil Evans, who converts the layup. Sabri Bedzetti, Italian international, with the ball for the Red Dust. Gets it back. Shot is short from the far side of the court. Sean Norris looks inside again. The long arms of McHugh. Tries to give and go with Norris, but a little miscommunication. McHugh appealing for a touch. The referees are having none of that. It's the Perth Wheelcats by a single point, 40 to the Red Dust 39. Lachlan Dalton running the point for the Healers. Out to Bedzetti, who expertly wheels around behind the back pass. Deflected away by Phil Evans. Really is quite the whirling dervish, the Italian. Constant hive of activity. He'll inbound the ball from the baseline. Finds Ryan Morich, back to Bedzetti. His shot short. Perth look to get themselves organised through Jake Kavanagh. Back to Norris, tucks the ball in. Looks across, back to McHugh. Shot from Kavanagh is off. Bedzetti wheeling and dealing, gets inside, but Thomas Klein's shot is blocked. Norris investigating what's on offer. Back to McHugh, he's guarded closely. Norris uses the pin to screen, goes baseline. Back to Jake Kavanagh, his shot's off. Rebound, a little miscommunication from the Red Dust players there. It bounces off a couple of them out of bounds. As we see Tasha Ovens on the court, one of the Australian Gliders women, playing in the men's league. She'd normally be playing for Perth this weekend, but they've got a forfeit with some issues for the Sydney Blues. The ball will be with the Perth Wheelcats from the baseline. Touch under 8 minutes remaining. They're clinging to a 1-point advantage. Our officials just checking some timing with the bench. Maybe an issue with the chair. Ball's into Sean Norris. He drives baseline. Bedzetti arrives. The ball deflected away. Just 9 seconds on the shot clock now for Perth to manufacture something. Baseline, back to Norris, who'd inbound it. He looks for a cutting Jake Kavanagh. The ball's deflected away. Now just 4 seconds for Perth. Ball to McHugh, always a reliable option. It's a very long two. That's off. Kane Downey the rebound. Jeremy Tyndall, left open at the top. Doesn't like the look of that. Ball kicks back across. Campbell Message looks at the banker, it's off. Tom McHugh, the rebound for Perth. Weaving down the floor, finds his running mate Sean Norris. Little off balance, but he manages to get that layup to go. Stretch their advantage to 3 points. Campbell Message kicks it across to Jeremy Tyndall. Skip pass, but the skip pass is off the mark. Presents a transition opportunity for Perth. Expertly finished. Push the margin out to 5 now. Campbell Message finds Bedzetti, lovely fake. Back to Message, he can't get the layup to go. Sean Norris is off to the races. Looking ahead, Tom McHugh, the one-hand catch, draws the contact. One of the Red Dust players out of their chair, but it doesn't matter to Tom McHugh at this stage. There's a chance at the 3-point play as Ryan Morich picks himself up. And in a flash, Perth turned a 1-point lead into 7. Extremely dangerous team on transition, as they've proved in the last 60 seconds. McHugh converts the 3-point play. Ball's with Lachlan Dalton, who's back on the floor now for the Red Dust Healers. He uses a horn setup, kicks it down, finds Bedzetti cutting, wheels around expertly. Can't get the underhand layup to go, but manages to poke it back to the advantage of his team. Dalton with the ball, looks to drive baseline. The big hand of McHugh appears from nowhere to put that shot off. Norris is off and running again. Has his own little bit of evasion. The ball spills to Bedzetti. Now Ryan Morridge weaving in and out. Beautiful little interior pass there, not a lot of space. And Thomas Klein gets it to go. Crucial score just to stop that run from Perth. But there's McHugh wide open inside. An offensive foul assessed this time by the official. The defender from the Red Dust able to get their chair into the perfect spot. And McHugh taking what was deemed illegal advantage there. Lachlan Dalton with the ball for the Red Dust Healers. He fakes the three, wheels out to the right wing. Back to Ryan Morridge, back to Dalton. The Bedzetti screen there. Dalton likes the look of the long two and makes it fit perfectly. Back to a single possession game. Phil Evans with the ball for Perth. Uses the McHugh screen, comes baseline, back to McHugh, popped. Back to Norris, he probes inside. Back to Evans, who uses the glass expertly for two. Lachlan Dalton looking at a speeding Bedzetti on the far side of the floor, but he's well guarded. Pops up at the post, high post. Wheels around, multiple fakes as per usual. And ultimately he's not guarded, but his mid-range shot is off. And Ryan Morridge takes a tumble from his chair trying to reel in that rebound. He almost flipped himself up there. Just get a hand from Sean Norris. The official stopping the game there, clearly a potentially danger to the player who'd fallen. This is Wheelcats coach Ben Ettridge and team manager Lisanne Moncrief both helping out just to dry a couple of wet spots on the floor. Sean Norris gets us underway for Perth. They hold a 5-point lead, just under 3 minutes remaining. Phil Evans with the ball now for Perth. Tom McHugh on the free throw line. It's guarded by Bedzetti. Back to Evans. He wheels around, back to McHugh. It's almost poked away by Bedzetti. Norris in the post. He makes the shot, but a 3-second violation identified by the officials before that shot was put up. So there'll be no score registered. Red Dust Healers trying to manufacture some offense here. Dalton uses the high Bedzetti screens, wide open. Watching the bank's not open for him. Tom McHugh the rebound. To the ever-present Norris. Wheeling down, he sees an angle. Makes the layup. Uses his head to knock the ball back to the inbounding Victorian team. Bedzetti streaks away. Defenders scrambling to get back. He's looking for a cutter, can't find anything at the moment. Looks at the lob to Klein. Really tough pass. Well defended by Evans for Perth. Norris freewheeling on transition. Gets the offensive board. One hand attempted putback. Tom McHugh with inside position there had Kane Downey sealed. Not much Downey could do bar foul. A more experienced player. As we see a timeout called here. Just a little under 2.5 minutes remaining. Now scoreboard there is back to front, but Perth holding a 51-44 advantage here. Coach Ben Ettridge will be trying to emphasise the value of possession and time in possession here for the visiting team. Reminder, if you're thinking about tuning in later on tonight, 7:30 p.m. East Coast time. It's the Carina Leagues Club Southern District Spartans hosting the Manly Wheel Eagles. And after they registered their first wins in the league last weekend, they'll be looking to register the second win of this weekend as they try and put in a late surge for the finals themselves. That game at 7:30 p.m. Australian East Coast time. All these games brought to you by Wheelchair Basketball Australia, who've taken over the running and management of the men and women's wheelchair basketball leagues, the National Wheelchair Basketball Leagues this year. After a hiatus since 2022, fantastic to see both these leagues up and running. Of course, in just a little over a month's time, the gliders will be off, the rollers, I beg your pardon, will be off to Paris for the Paralympics. And the entire Australian team playing, men's team playing in this league at the moment, a fantastic thing. As one of those rollers, Sean Norris, is remarkably left unguarded, but clangs the long two off the front of the iron. Thomas Klein the rebound, finds Bedzetti for Red Dust. He's down on the floor. Nothing unusual for him. He's quite often seemingly on one wheel in his chair. Kane Downey to inbound. Finds Thomas Klein, one of his favourite spots down on the baseline. Back to Lachlan Dalton. Back to Downey. Klein shots long. Sean Norris the rebound for Perth. He finds the ever-present McHugh in the middle of the paint. He's able to convert, and that stretches the lead out to 10 for Perth. Almost insurmountable now. Just 80 seconds remaining. Dalton for Red Dust. Lovely no-look pass there. Campbell Message unable to get it to go, but the offensive rebound falls to the Red Dust. Healers. Downey uses the screen, goes baseline. Shots just not falling in the last 3 or 4 minutes for the home team. Sean Norris will be in no hurry here at all. The clock ticks down to a minute. The officials have found a foul there. Thomas Klein just impeding Tom McHugh. Just of note, it's the scoreboard just registering back to front there. It's in fact Perth 53, Red Dust 43. So just checking some substitutions with the bench. The ball will be with the Perth Wheelcats from the baseline. Norris, a very safe pair of hands there. He effortlessly wheels into the middle of the paint, gets his own rebound in his patented one-hand fashion. Tom McHugh's along with his shot, but the ball, the long rebound, is found by Nat Hongstree. Frank Pinder to McHugh. That high left hand. Rebound back to Bedzetti. Probing, finds a lane. His layup short. Might have been some contact there, but no whistle forthcoming. The ball will stay with the Red Dust Healers. Time ticking down now. Just too big a mountain to climb. Bedzetti. Back to Downey. Drives baseline, cut off. Wheels back around. Takes another dribble. Bedzetti. Smooth jumper from the baseline. A smooth elevator. More accurately described as. But time's going to run out, unfortunately, as Red Dust choose not to foul. Sean Norris lets the time run off the clock, kicks the ball back to the officials, and after threatening to cause a large upset, the Red Dust Healers held the lead into and just after the third quarter. Ultimately, it's the Perth Wheelcats that have come away with an 8-point win to add to their 18-point win that they managed this morning. That solidifies them now as the top team in the standings. They'll inch above the Wollongong Roller Hawks with a 10-4 record. For the Red Dust Healers, it's back to the drawing board, but certainly plenty to work on as they look forward to tomorrow's game. And a reminder that there'll be another game streamed at 7:30 East Coast time tonight. It'll be the Southern District Spartans against the Manly Wheel Eagles, and I'll rejoin you then.